What is up, guys? 10th Man here, bringing another exciting battle. And here's a Yu-Yu game that I had of Angst Digital Beam, and he's a really good player. And you know, we've got some pretty standardish stuff. You know, he's got Victini and Xatu and Roserade. We both have Victini and Roserade. And then he's got that Xatu. And Xatu is a big threat just because it can reflect back all the Stealth Rocks, all the Taunts, all the Toxics, and that's a pain in the butt. So, and you know, basically that thing pretty much walls my Clay Doll, which is my Stealth Rocker and all that fun stuff. And I actually made a mistake. You know, this team is meant for my Bandit Victini, and I think I've been playing it with my Scarf. And I'm like, oh, shoot, that's why he's been doing so less damage. But for the ado, let's get this battle started. And to be honest, I felt the Victini would be my best lead just because I could be U-turn from any danger. And, if I want to be free first turn, I can, just because it's super powerful. So he's going to lead off with the Ambipom, and Ambipom's actually a big threat. And he shows me he's got Pursuit. And I'm like, well, shoot, I completely forgot these things get Pursuit, and that is Technician boosted. And it does well over half. And I don't know if that's banded damage, and, you know, right after that I see the Life Orb, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're a Life Orb, Ambipom, and with Pursuit. And I usually see Pursuit on the banded variants. But now he's going to bring out Clay Doll, and he's going to withdraw into his Xatu here. I predicted this just because, I predicted him to go into Xatu, but I didn't want to switch out because I was during the U-turn. I didn't want him to get more switch initiatives. So I just went for the Earth Power to be safe, and I'm going to switch out, go into my Zapdos, which counters Xatu pretty nicely. And what I could have done was I could have stayed in and probably go for the Stealth Rocks, because he actually just U-turns here. I don't know what his purpose is. I don't know if he's a screen setuper or what he does, but he is going to, just U-turn out. And what does he go into? That's right. He goes right back into Ambipom, and I'm scared of this thing. I really have nothing to take this thing's hits, especially if it has U-turn. I mean, Clay Doll's the best thing I've got to take hits. So I'm going to bring it back out, and what do you go for? He just goes for the Fake Out, and that's not going to do too much. This Clay Doll is max HP, max defense, which is very nice. And I'm going to take it okay. I mean, it's Life Orb, it's Stab, it's Technician boosted, so it's going to be a decent hit. But and here I was kind of clueless on what to do, just because he could bring out Xatu again. And he just brings out a Swampert. And what do I go for? I think I just switch out and I go into my, what was that? I go back out into my Zapdos, predicting Xatu to come back in. And he brings out Swampert. And I'm like, well, shoot. But he thinks I have HP Grass. But I'm going to switch out because I don't carry that HP Ice on my Zapdos. But he thinks I have the HP Grass, which is why he's going to switch out. And he goes into his Xatu, I believe, right? He goes into his Xatu? Yes, I apologize for being a little unsure about this stuff. But the Xatu, this is where it kind of got interesting, because he U-turns, and he could have set up a screen. He could have done a lot of things there besides U-turn. But I guess he predicted me not to be the standard, which is actually a substitute set. And Sub-Machamp is a really nice set. It doesn't even need Focus Punch. All it needs is its main stab, Dynamic Punch to confuse and just do a crap ton of damage to anything that tries to switch in. That's just, really nice, because, after it sets up a sub, something's got to take a hit, because you got, if you're going to, break its sub and beat it, you got to attack it, and it's going to be difficult to do, especially when you're confused and you keep getting bashed by Dynamic Punches. So he's going to set up his rocks here, which I kind of anticipated. I wasn't sure what Pokemon really had the rocks. I guess I could have figured Swampert, but I wasn't 100% sure. And based on that damage, I can tell he's definitely more of a physically defensive variant. I don't know if he carries max HP, max attack. I really am not sure. He seems to have some physically defensive investment. I just don't know how much. I really don't know, because this Machamp does have max attack. So, but it's clearly seeming to be a free-hit KO. I think even with leftovers, it'll still free-hit KO. Unfortunately, he hits himself, and after the battle, he said he was going to go for the Roar here, which definitely could have mattered. And, Roar is pretty random. It brings out any random Pokemon. So that could have definitely mattered. I really don't know if it did, how much it did later on, but he's just going to let me finish this thing off with another Dynamic Punch. Boom. Even though he did have Miss Magius to withstand, Dynamic Punches all day. So down goes that Swampert, which is nice. Don't have to deal with that thing anymore, because, Roserade's a pretty decent counter to it, but the problem is it's going to take a lot from Earthquake. So that's why I really didn't feel safe switching it in or anything. But now he's going to bring out his Miss Magius. And Miss Magius is interesting because, it can set up nasty plots, it can sub, it can do all sorts of things. But Here, I guess he predicted me to switch. I really don't know why, because I do carry Stone Edge, and it's not going to miss thanks to no guard. So, away with that substitute, and, you know, I didn't know if he had Life Orb or Leftovers. He does show, he does reveal to me he does have the Leftovers, which is nice. So, and here, I kind of just went for Ice Punch kind of blindly. I definitely should have gone for Stone Edge here. I don't know why I didn't, but, he's going to go for Shadow Ball. It's going to break my sub easily. I expected to, just because Miss Mages has a decent special attack, base 105. And I'm just going to smack him with an Ice Punch. Again, I really should have gone for the Stone Edge. I don't know why I didn't. And judging from that Ice Punch damage, Stone Edge most likely would have killed. Not 100% sure on that. Might have left it with a smidgen, but it's a tough call. So, but yeah, is Miss Mages is just going to sit here pretty. And, you know, I know I can take at least one Shadow Ball pretty easily. So I'm still leaving the champion, and we'll just be able to finish this thing off with another Stone Edge, because why not? Stone Edge is more powerful, and just, yeah, stuff. So, and that way, you know, just in case it didn't go into Victini or anything, that's why I went for the Stone Edge. So, down goes to Miss Magius, and Machamp, looking pretty, and I didn't realize how much Machamp countered his team. But now he's going to bring out the Victini, and I'm definitely scared of this thing. I don't know what set it's running. I don't know if it's banded or scarfed or what it is. But I'm going to force to switch out here, and I go into my own Victini. And to be honest, I really don't know. Oh, that's right. I was going to leave it in his Death Fodder here. That was my intent. And he's just going to go for the V-Create. But this is where things start to fall apart for him. And it's because, well, this team actually revolves around one Pokemon, and that is my Sharpedo. And, yeah, after the V-Create, my Sharpedo is going to unleash a little bit of hell, because Sharpedo used to be RU, it now was moved up to UU, the last tier change, and for good reason. It's a very, very dangerous poke, thanks to the speed boost. And I wasn't sure if he was a Scarf Victini, which is why I decided to just protect here, because it was kind of the safest play. I didn't want him outspeeding me, because I don't run max speed on the Sharpedo. So, but now he brings up the Xatu, and I'm like, better hope I'm mixed, but I'm not. I'm full physically offensive. Go for the Stab, Life Orb, Crunch, and I don't care how much bulk you have. You are not living that. And down goes that Xatu, which is great. And Sharpedo is now going to proceed to start wrecking some shit. And I don't... Sorry to my new subbers who don't like me swearing, but I gotta say it, because Sharpedo is by far the MVP of this battle. Now comes the Ambipom, and I do not want to take a Life Orb Fake Out, so I'm going to protect. It's the obvious play. I believe he just goes for the Fake Out anyway, which is fine. And I believe after my speed boost, he's just going to switch out, which I kind of found odd. But I think he knew this was good game at this point, just because he's got nothing, absolutely nothing to take these Sharpedo hits. And now he actually goes into his Roserade, which he should have done in the first place. He really, really should have done that in the first place. I don't know what EV spread he had, EV investments he has on this Roserade, but it takes unnecessary damage, and that thing should have come in a little bit more freely, which means it's going to easily die in 2 hits. So, I mean, as you could tell, Waterfall was a resisted hit. It did over half, which makes me to believe that Crunch would have OHKO'd, but I don't know for sure, and he could have been sashed. So, but yeah, Sharpedo is now going to just decimate the rest of his team, because that's what Sharpedo does. Sharpedo is a late-game sweeper, and even though it really wasn't late game, Sharpedo made it late game, because it's outspeeding and destroying everything. Victini, get out of here. You're dying to a Stab, Life Orb, Waterfall, GTFO, down that goes, and I believe all he has left at this point is that Ambipom, and I want to make this a stable Sharpedo sweep, so I'm going to go for the Protect, because why not? I think right now I'm at +6 speed, and, because I'm pretty sure I actually do have some defensive investment in the Sharpedo. It's minimal, but, it actually enables it to live some hits. For example, this defensive investment, which is actually standard, I can actually live a Life Orb Extreme Speed from my Arcanine after Stealth Rock with this EV investment, which is really awesome. But he actually went for the Return instead of Fake Out, which I guess was immediately alerting defeat. But I'm just going to kill the Ambipom with Stab, Waterfall, and guys, that'll be the game. Sharpedo tearing through everything. And I really hope you guys enjoy. I don't usually, I post sweeps, but not all the time. But, I've never gotten the Super Sharpedo, so I thought that would have been, why not a first for everything. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, sub. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes for once. And later, guys.